Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out my channel. I'm going to have a look at natural gas. I'm going to look at what happened last week and what will be the scenario for the coming days and weeks, and how I plan to trade it. Looking at what happened over the past week, so we had the contract rollover that got that gap up to 186. Then we had a push up here up to 197, and looking on the 1 hour here, we had a clear divergence on that move, especially here from that point to that point here. So from here it was quite obvious that the price would be retracing, and then we got that head and shoulder figure here. Then we got breakdown that figure down to 180, then a retest of the neckline here. I opened the short on that retest position here and closed on the touch at the bottom here when we actually got bullish divergence here on that point. So basically for the coming days I'll be looking at trading it the same. Don't believe we're going to break much higher than this. We're still having 4% spread between the July and August contract, so significant. We have seen the volumes on that move up on the Friday, but we also had volume on the move down, so unlikely to be really significant to allow to break higher. So we now have that channel moving down and moving toward that trend line that was supporting the price a couple of times, but we will see if that can hold. Looking at the bigger picture on the 4 hour, so clearly we have that gap here, so sitting to close that gap at 174. So my scenario for next week is I believe that we're going to close that gap, unlikely to move much higher, potentially retesting 186 at best, but moving down and touching this at 176, potentially 74, which is about 2 days from here. So that would be the scenario for the next 2 days. So we'll open short here, keep stop loss somewhere above, likely 190, but we can see the price is capped nicely by the moving average as well here, and we have that resistance at 184 that is unlikely to break, in my opinion, given the current narrative around natural gas. On the larger figure, so we're still trading that larger trend line here at the bottom, which is currently at this point running at 160, and I believe we're still having high chance to go and test that trend line once again. So it's also the RSI trend line that we have in place for quite a while now, that's been holding on nicely. So we're still having that drop that could easily take the price from 185.45 at the moment and dropping all the way down to here. But potentially we might actually go and accumulate further along that triangle to a bit of more testing of 184 until we actually break down and test the that trend line at 168. At that point I'll be looking to reverse and add to my long position, but accumulate short to actually increase the cash I can allocate to that long position, because at some point we've seen that in previous videos we're going to have some reverse in terms of the price because of the number of rigs that's been put off, and that will have some impact on the price, but the timing is not so easy to actually get. So we'll have to have a look, of course, at the spread, and at the moment 4% July August is sustainable somehow, but if the price goes back lower in the course of this month, then the spread will again increase as the July contract will get under pressure. So we'll see, but potentially adding long on that position, so we're having another 10% drop potential from the 184 that you have to be mindful if you have long, but if planning to enter long, I think 165 sorry, would be probably a really good level. Just to finish, have a look at the quote report for previous week before, and nothing really significant. So we've seen here, so drop on open interest, the managed money reduced long as well. We just have a bit of short covering some other traders, so nothing really extremely significant here. So short covering did probably explain the move we had at the end here. This was probably accumulated down up to the trend line, so nothing really pointing to any reversal or anything major that could actually happen to move up. So I believe the down scenario is to be at the moment probably preferred over the bullish scenario in the short term, but potentially that could switch in the coming weeks. So yeah, it's all about natural gas. So wish you safe trading, and speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.